during the qualifiers over the European region. ShaDowBurn now as well, just going to take a bow for a moment and just prepare to go in, and he's found something. Surefour, of course, on a Lucio trying to escape, and that dive is just so effective. Death, taxes, and getting ripped apart by Russian's dive all seem to be things you can count on.
And this is the same exact way that Russia broke Singapore on this map last night. It was the same exact way they dove in. It was ShaDowBurn, Sharik up top, Mistakes coming through the bottom, forcing them down from that high ground, backing them all the way up. And Russia, with a very fast offense, will take this first point.
But Turkey have been bundled out now. They're going to be all brought together. Nikto, nice headshot towards Mistake to shut him down, but that doesn't look like it's going to be enough to stop the juggernaut that is Russia.
See the Primal Rage come in there from Edwin, just trying to stall this out. Nice shots there from Mistakes as he's trying to get behind enemy lines. It'll be a Diva ultimate there. The self-destruct coming through from Alfred, able to take out Sharik, but it is still Russia on the charge here, Mitch.
That's phenomenal stuff. ShaDowBurn's found himself 2 kills over that fight. Surrender at least got the boop on Mistakes and had enough damage to get him over the line, but if you let ShaDowBurn off, there's going to be a Dragonflame coming out here from Turkey. They're going to try and pressure this Yaga, gets himself a sound barrier as well. ShaDowBurn out of the picture as a self-destruct, claiming Yaga. He was the man with the Dragonflame. The real big hope for Turkey is down.
Yeah, and you saw ShaDowBurn go high in the sky with that charge, then use the Dragon Blade. He's able to get Surrettler, Alfred out of the
That's going to be pretty devastating. Note how close Russia play on this corner. They don't want to let Turkey get around there or even get any information free. Prevent them from making informed decisions and also being able to choose the targets at their own volition. They've got no choice but to try and bluster and blunder their way in towards Russia. And it seems that Russia are more than happy to receive. Benefit from the healing of that Zenyatta. ShaDowBurn, though, is away from the healing for now. He gets a little bit more. He's backed away. It's the Dragon Blade coming out from Yaga here. Transcendence now from Turkey a little bit later on. Benefits them now as the fight continues through. Chow going to go for a self-destruct, but Yaga's already down yet again. A Dragon Blade for him does not allow him to get kills. In fact, it results in him being taken down himself.
Yeah, and as you were talking about that, I looked at the top right and I saw ShaDowBurn still had his Dragon Blade. He's able to slice up to Hex using the recall just so he can give ShaDowBurn more damage on his stats towards the end of the game. Yep, a little wave. Oh, yep, a wave back as they get one on the point. ShaDowBurn will take care of him. ShaDowBurn has the blade, pulls it out right away, and it's exactly what you would expect he does with it. So much damage here being put down by ShaDowBurn. I feel bad for Alfred at this point. He has had a, he feels like he's the last one alive all the time. So Zenyatta Transcendence. Nikto's just gonna go away. ShaDowBurn's gonna follow him as well. Russia will take map number 1.
There's so much discussion right now. Over the blue, Turkey in the red. They've got a Pharah here for Hex this time. Nikto is going to be on the Mercy pockets.
You see Forsaken, he Discord orbs Afar. Nikto, though, he gets really weak. Some nice shots there out of Forsaken on the Zenyatta. They're able to take the Mercy out of the equation. Mistakes, taking out Yaga as well. And it's not starting off well here for Turkey. I like the idea, though, right? You know the other team's playing Tracer and Genji. Maybe you can make something happen with the Far and the Mercy. But the Mercy just drops right at the beginning. The Far is an easy target from there, and then things fall apart.
I've got nothing.
We'll see. If Hex forces Russia to change up the comp, there comes the rocket barrage. And just firing it everywhere. Once you have the defense matrix up in your face, it will be 2 kills, though, in favor of Turkey. Make it 3 as Hex takes out Rubicon. Working his way back towards the point. Mistakes can't do anything there. Another team fight win here for Turkey. Using the rocket barrage, 2 of his teammates pick up players on the ground. So, the other team is looking up in the sky, worried about the barrage. They're able to take advantage of it. It's a Dragon Blade coming out here. Mercy res coming in from Nikto. Only going to get Hex. ShaDowBurn, though, gets 2 with the blade. Chow takes out Nikto on the Mercy. Now Hex just trying to stay alive, putting down as much damage as he can.
Problem is he got res close to the ground. He had to boost back up. He wasn't in a great position to have the height advantage now. Edwin with the Primal Rage is looking to disrupt affairs over on this point. It was Mistakes that was swallowed aside, but Edwin's going to find himself pretty much on his own now. You notice that the Pulse Bomb gets stuck, and he's sent towards Space. Unfortunately, not enough thrust on that one to get him back home, so to speak. But Alfred now trickles onto the point. Yaga's also there, but immediately discorded, and ShaDowBurn gives him a quick slash to the torso, just to remind him where he's trying to fight.
But Turkey is still extremely happy they take out ShaDowBurn, but Mistakes doing a lot of damage. That Pulse Bomb on a Surrettler. Edwin's going to fall as well. Here comes a Rocket Barrage. Forsaken deals with Hex. And now Russia storming back. They are up to 97%. Looking to close this one out for themselves.
Slight man advantage for Russia on the point, but the res might turn this around. Hex and Yaga are back now. Sharik found Nikto as soon as he got the res, but the Pulse Bomb lands true. Forsaken lives up to his name to fall there, but ShaDowBurn's found 2 with the Dragon Blade. You can always count on that man. He manages to line up Hex with a Swift Strike and deal with him, and it's just the Winston on the point. Edwin is done. Overtime is about done as well, and that's the round.
Before he can even react or do anything, he's taken out of the equation.
Right, so heading on now to Well. The fight's already started up here, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, Hex has found Rubicon early. And that's about all that Turkey are going to take away from this.
Everybody was
fight.
found early.
Right, so Turkey, if there's a Pharaoh, you can still be knocked into the hole while using Transcendence and still be killed by that environmental kill. So you're not technically fully invulnerable when you're using this. But Alfred's found Rubicon again, the first pick in the fight. Now, Rubicon, Forsaken, should I say, is going to come forward here as well. Trying to spread as much healing as he can. There's 5 men still up on the point, and Nikto goes down. It's a trade, though. Yaga's found Forsaken after he pops out of the trans.
We'll see if Shuri can stay alive. Going to get out of the hole here. As if you're Russia, I mean, you just need to stall this out, right, Mitch? I mean, there's a lot of time left for you to, you know, you have the Tracer, you don't have Tracer anymore as the boop comes in for Surefour.
No, he recalled above the pit, so he misjudged where he was.
Anyway.
You got to judge where you are 2 seconds before, and he was mid-dash across the pit 2 seconds before he recalled.
ShaDowBurn's going to go up top here, just try and get in a position where he can just come down with a Dragon Blade, and Hex is probably like, what the hell is this? I have a Genji up in the sky challenging me at all times. The self-destruct comes in, and now the blade comes out. It's going to be Chow getting 2 with the self-destruct. ShaDowBurn in the sky trying to take out the far. Hex has no idea where that's coming from. It'll be a big Dragon Blade kill as now Russia gets back on the point, trying to take it here. Trying to take map number 2.
Death from above, definitely. That's what ShaDowBurn's been about so far. I'm sure it was with no small sense of satisfaction that he dropped down on top of Hex and cast him asunder. Hung, drawn, and quartered, perhaps you could say. It's Russia with 96 now, and the primal rage for Shuri's going to make it very difficult for Turkey to get back to this point. Hex is going to have to go and hit the ground to even be able to keep this one going. He's forced to stay airborne right now. Surrenders there, and so is Alfred. The stall is underway. Shuri's booped into the pit.
It's a big kill there as Alfred goes into the pit as well. There'll be the rocket barrage coming through for Hex on a Rubicon, so you get 1 support out of the equation. No. It is a pulse bomb from Mistakes. I believe Edwin just jumps right into him.
Coming with me, he said.
But it is Russia cleaning up the rest of the members of Turkey. They will take map number 2 to go up 2-0.
3 faces of Russia we've seen so far. And you can see that Edward's pretty comfortable here. He does throw down the shield just to allow him to pressure out Chow a little bit more, who's very low. He's forced to back away entirely. So Turkey look like they're happy enough sort of working their way on towards this point, and Russia are giving them the ground. They're actually happy to let them come in here. Same as their kind of approach on Numbani generally.
Man, Chow is demech'd here at the beginning, so don't really know how Russia's going to get back onto the point, giving up a ton of space here to Turkey. ShaDowBurn trying to get his way in. Maybe they're waiting to get an EMP in place here as Forsaken's at 90%.
Okay, so my issue with this is that Russia are trading damage and sort of going back and forth. They've only got 1 healer, and it's a Lucio, so they don't have an Ana or like a Zen to really help them deal with all the poke they're taking. And the Sombra, the way she's hacking those health packs, it's not sufficient to allow Russia to actually weather that kind of storm.
So we solved the technical issue as the Turkey still with some ultimate advantage here. ShaDowBurn with the Dragon Blade on the defensive end. He's going to back all the way up to his spawn, get some health, come all the way back out. But Mistakes with the Pulse Bomb, Forsaken with another kill. Not going to need to waste any ultimates here. That'll back Turkey up.
Yeah, because ShaDowBurn was forced out of the fight quite early on, trying to avoid becoming the Overwatch taser face. If you've seen that movie, it's bloody good. If you haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy, go and watch it. ShaDowBurn's probably a little bit more attractive than that guy, but still, he's got the Dragon Blade up on high. He does need to avoid Edward as much as he can. We see how much grief Genjis are given by those Winstons.
With ShaDowBurn up top, just trying to gain an advantage here. See if he can find an opening to use the Dragon Blade. And here comes the attack visor from Hex. ShaDowBurn just going to get out of the way, just avoid everybody, and just doing a lot of just poking here, just trying to figure out an angle he can use this Dragon Blade in. And he's going to swipe up straight through Hex. He's going to actually force out the Transcendence without actually using the Dragon Blade. And now he's gotten so far behind enemy lines. His teammates use the sound barrier to stay in on the point for a little bit before Yaga uses his Dragon Blade. But now ShaDowBurn comes back into the equation with his.
Yeah, that's right. He's cut down by Nikto early on, though. ShaDowBurn not able to get over the top of him, but the rest of Russia are at least there to respond. And yeah, you're right. That was an interesting use of the Transcendence.
Sound barrier come in from both teams as ShaDowBurn just trying to figure out who he's going to dive on. And they have spotted Hex up top. It's going to force him out of that position. The Transcendence going to come out from Turkey as well on the point. They're not able to pick up any kills. You do have Chow. He does have this self-destruct. Maybe he drops it on the point. Keep everybody, you know, up alive in this fight.
First of all, Chow going to get out of the way. Alfred actually manages to resuit after the self-destruct because of the zoning potential that was there. Yaga goes down. We saw a self-destruct, in fact, from Chow himself. Didn't connect with anyone. ShaDowBurn's going to fall again. That's Edward chasing him down on that Winston. It's so hard to avoid him sometimes. Alfred was desuited, though, and dealt with. Last fight now, last chance saloon for the Turkish squad here. The Pulse Bomb claims Yaga at the start of the fight. Perfect from Mistakes. A man who definitely doesn't live up to his name, at least not on this map so far. He's found 2 crucial kills, and that's going to pretty much shut the door right in the face of Turkey. Hard to recover from this kind of thing. X is there on the Sombra, just trying to get to the point as quick as he possibly could. The self-destruct is largely disregarded by Russia. Can use this high ground as a sallying fourth point. No, they bunched him up in the low ground. This is terrible for Turkey. They can't be in this room right now. They need to get out, but they're going to have to take a lot of damage to do so. ShaRikh is cleaving onto so many targets.
And when you thought that they were backing Turkey all the way... Oh, that's not good. When you thought that they were backing Turkey all the way back up, you thought Turkey would back up towards the point. Not a small, confined room with one exit. Not
now before just pushing forth yet again.
Well, Russia's done a great job. They avoid the D.Va self-destruct, and they avoid the Primal Rage. Sound Barrier comes in as soon as he dashed in the sky. You expected him to use the Dragon Blade, but with the Sound Barrier coming down, he's going to hold it for a second. Now the Dragon Blade comes out. 1, 2, maybe some more here for ShaDowBurn as members of Turkey are flooding onto the point.
There's nothing to be done here. Turkey can't even get back to the point in time. And that's pretty darn decisive from Russia. There's only 13 seconds left. This could be brutal.
Wait, you saw the tanks from Russia backed all the way up to that mega inside of Big Earls, and you see how much ult charge he gets from that. It's going to be Forsaken with another EMP at the beginning of this. ShaRikh takes out Alfred. We'll see when that EMP comes in, if it's even necessary, as members from Turkey are falling. There is the EMP. Players from Turkey just stuck on the point now. It's going to be very difficult to extend this fight.
Sound Barrier from Surefour, it's desperation. Pure and simple at this point for Turkey. Over on the payload, it's going to be Russia to respond with their own, but Rubicon actually doesn't get on towards many of his teammates. He still finds Yaga in the aftermath, though. The boot's going to claim his life. Rubicon over the edge by the looks of things. He was knocked away, but ShaDowBurn's found Sorella. Alfred's on the payload, and so is Edwin. It's the big tanks from Turkey that are still standing tall, but Russia has something to say about that. Chow is desuited. ShaDowBurn's in trouble. Alfred chases him out.
And it looks like Turkey will come out on top in this fight. So was Russia investing a lot of ultimates into that one. Forsaken with the EMP, ShaDowBurn uses the blade. But it is not enough as Turkey now stacked on the payload. If Russia can get back towards it though, Mitch, Turkey only has the Transcendence to get through this.
Yeah, again, Russia, not a lot of ultimates though. There's no EMP. Forsaken. Pulse bombs there for mistakes. It's going to have to be pretty darn frightening if it's going to work out here. Quickly dropping down is ShaRikh. He's going to prevent the payload from getting across the line. And the Pulse Bomb doesn't really have a huge impact there. Alfred shrugs it off for the most part, and ShaDowBurn's fallen already in this fight.
And when you get ShaDowBurn out of the equation, that is a great sign to see if you're Turkey. Hex able to take out mistakes. Edwin finishing off Rubicon. It's going to be Chow getting demeched here. Now the Transcendence comes through. Probably didn't even need that to win the fight. You use it for safety, I guess. Yaga, though, able to take out ShaRikh, so ShaRikh falling again at the beginning of one of these fights. Some mistakes will take out Yaga, but it's going to be Forsaken falling as well for Russia. Hex doing a nice job on the Tracer, picking up another kill. As now it looks like Turkey's starting to get into a rhythm here.
No, this is big. This is really big from Turkey. It looks like they've awakened. It's going to be a self-destruct on the point that's not really to any effect, and Turkey going to get to that second checkpoint.
ShaDowBurn still with that Dragon Blade. Rubicon getting very close to the Sound Barrier. Maybe you're able to make something happen. You need to force out the Transcendence on the side of Turkey first, though.
Now, ShaDowBurn still with the Dragon Blade in hand. He's very good at holding on to them right now. He's taking a lot of damage, though. He's getting pressured out by Edwin yet again. The Winston finds the Genji. ShaRikh is forced to respond and quickly gets a decent on Alfred, but the Transcendence on Turkey now is helping them weather the onslaught from Russia. Trying to bring it back, and it's Hex to fall by the hand of mistakes. Alfred's caught out in the open. He's getting staggered. Finally picked up. Now Sorella on that payload there as well. Of course, his compatriot Edwin has a Discord orb on him. It's tough to stay alive. The desperation is there for Turkey. We're in overtime here. They've come so far. It didn't work. It wasn't going to either.
Yeah, and it's difficult when you have the McCree to kind of support the Genji as well when he's diving in. As 2 kills go in favor of Russia. ShaDowBurn with the blade, just toying with Alfred at the bottom. He's going to get hit with a pulse bomb there from mistakes. As the players will fall from Turkey as they run out onto the point from the fight and then come back with ultimates of their own.
There it is. That's going to be Dragon Blade coming in. No support ultimates for Turkey. I mean, ShaDowBurn gets free range and not the egg kind. That's what I'm saying. Hex falls down, he has to back away there, does a lot of damage towards Edwin, and there's definitely enough here for Russia to keep the wheels turning. Turkey are going to have to go back to the drawing board here and come up with something, some sort of ironclad grip on this final stage. All they can do is stall to a small degree, but Russia have time in the bank now. Remember, 55.45 meters will get it to victory is right now. Alfred gets desuited. ShaDowBurn again has had a good chance to use his Dragon Blade. He's been focused down by Alfred time and time again, Edward should I say. But now the Dragon Blade, Nikto immediately, it's a desperate Transcendence. It's a worthwhile trade for Russia to get rid of that key support ultimate. Now they're going to barrel forward even more. ShaDowBurn is forced to put the sword away, but now he can still get to play. Chow is down by Edwin. ShaDowBurn up on the payload. Your Primal Rage and Turkey is stalling. Well, 30 seconds remain here.
Edwin with the Primal Rage is going big for Turkey now, just stalling this out. That is their goal. 25 seconds left for Russia to advance the payload. It's going to be a big pulse bomb coming in from Hex. A boot to the face of ShaDowBurn. Can Turkey do it?
Necto behind the payload, he's very low, and you can see the Hex wants to press forward now. Edwin's returned. Russia knows they need to regroup for one last fight, and importantly, there's not actually that many ultimates available for Russia. They've only got the sound barrier here to work with.
Can Russia get back to the point? Forsaken with a big kill there on a Hex as Russia has forced overtime here. They need to advance the payload just a little bit further.
Sound barrier was important there for Russia. The initial onslaught is shrugged off for the most part. Alfred gets taken down, desuited and killed almost immediately. Mistakes managed to get onto him. Edward also up on the payload there, but that tac visor again for Yaga. He's got yet another one. It's 2 over 3 fights. He needs to make a big difference, but Chow was standing up in the front, ever the dependable player, preventing the damage from coming through. The hit scan pressure was not there. Russia sailing forward, and of course for them, it's winner, winner, Turkey dinner. Four and 0 in this series. Looked like it could have been a lot closer at many points, and for Turkey, they started to show a lot more of their teeth here, their individual prowess on their players, and also their ability to navigate these very drawn-out team fights and create stalls.